shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Browns, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 27, Brady. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry here for Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0.
Browns, nothing.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. come out throwing here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, when you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise, look, it's been a frustrating year, man, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Devin White drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Brady to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Tide Damian Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Brady now to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Wait, that right, wait. 54, Mike. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check it out.
Now Hunt. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Brady. They'll go little screen here to Hunt. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Suckett for the Buccaneer field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 30.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
And the Bucks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check it back, check it back.
Hunt. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Second down and goal. Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now 14-0.
Buccaneers 14, Browns nothing. Ryan Suckup to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 9, Mike 9.
On play action, they'll throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got three down.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch QB drop. Mike 9, hey. We got it. Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
They'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the wall zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Man, I got you. Check 52. Mikey, 18.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. Gets past one man. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fends him off. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Excellent placement, and I'm not science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Out of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0.
Buccaneers 21, Browns nothing.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 19, Mike 19. Come on.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Single. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
19, Tiger.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in it.
Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucks are going to have the football here at their 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. But they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Fights through, and now a crease. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jet sweep, here comes more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
They run the counter. It's Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
You must get tired of seeing me. Slam, slam, slam.
They run right side with Hunt. And he he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucks are going to add on to their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Well, he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is inside the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now Brady. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Brady. Incomplete, right side to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 2.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Let's go, let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. The 9-yard line.
Right there. 54.
Looking to throw. Timmons. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. McNair. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike by board. I got you.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Mike over there. It's our time. It's our time.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house.
We got
Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the one. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Devin White picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Gotta do better.
72.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and they'll have to throw it anyway.
Watch 54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
50.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 25-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26, 30, past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. They'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Bryant has it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Back to throw now on first. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept that, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.